to my Mina Means channel. It's been a minute, but I do appreciate your patience. Some strange things been happening, baby. Oh yeah. Very strange. But we ain't gonna get into all that right now. You know, we just ain't gonna get into all that right there. We just gonna stick to the plan. Okay? At least for now. We're gonna see how things continue to unfold around here. But yes, I have definitely been catching up on my reads, okay? On my studies, should I say. So, I don't know. Because, see, this is what I wanted to touch on. Check this out. Okay, so this is where we're at. Okay, what is the best way to not get hacked? So it says here, the best way to prevent your device from being hacked while offline is to disable wireless radios, which are your Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, NFC, and cellular. To remove remote entry points, okay, you have to also use a strong screen pin or a biometric lock. Encrypt your storage and only allow physical access to your device. Securing a device that is completely disconnected from the internet requires focusing on physical security and internal threats like malicious USB drives or local software vulnerabilities, okay? So then it goes into, giving you a list of things, of ways where you can avoid being hacked, okay? It says, since you do not have a Wi-Fi connection, you should completely shut off communication interfaces to eliminate the possibility of a hacker intercepting your device's traffic. So it says here you have to disconnect from Wi-Fi and also shut off communication interfaces, whatever connects you to the outside world, whatever connects you to the World Wide Web. You got to disable it completely. Then it also says turn on airplane mode. This instantly disables Wi-Fi, cellular, and Bluetooth. Okay. Then it says disable Bluetooth and NFC. Hackers can exploit open Bluetooth or near field communication connections to inject malware when in close physical proximity. Then it says turn off auto connect. Prevent your device from automatically connecting to open or unsecured networks in public spaces. All right. Number 2 says you got to maximize device and data encryption. Okay, that's securing all of your stuff with passwords and things like that. And then it just goes into physical and security access control, things like Face ID, Touch ID, fingerprint scans and stuff like that. Disable USB data access. Okay, by restricting what devices can communicate with operating systems while locked to prevent rubber ducky USB attacks that inject malware when plugged in. And then manage software and hardware. Regularly updating your operating systems. When you get that nice little alert that says system update required. So now look, I've been putting those things into practice for about maybe a week, maybe 2, for as long as I haven't been on this channel. But just when I thought I was secure, right? Because every night I would unplug my router and my modem completely off the wall. And then I would go into my devices and put them on airplane mode, right? You know, tweaking all of the settings and things like that. And then airplane moding my devices and then turning them completely off. So then when I go to use them and I turn them back on, they're automatically still on airplane mode. I've been doing that, right? But, woo, my God. For like 2 nights straight, I've noticed that my cell phone is turned on when I go to use it. After having putting it on airplane mode and shutting it completely off the night before while charging. Now, I just looked into Google and asked the question, does your device automatically turn back on when it's fully charged? Right? And it said no. But hold on. Here's the question. Does your Android phone automatically turn on after fully charging? And it says no. Android phones do not automatically turn on just because they are fully charged. However, if your phone was completely dead, it will automatically boot up once the battery reaches a sufficient charge level. If you manually turned your phone off, it should stay off while charging. So I never let my Android phone get low on the battery because I don't use it. I don't call nobody. I don't talk to people. So I never really use it. It's just there. Right? So the battery will probably go maybe 75%. You know what I'm saying? And then I'll charge it. You know, I'll put it on airplane mode, charge it, and then turn it completely off. But then I've noticed for the past 2-3 days or something like that, that it's turned on. It says if you want to troubleshoot why your phone is turning on unexpectedly, let me know. Let who know? Who are you? I thought you was about to break it down. You know what? So you see what I'm saying? They messing with me. Because when they have already hacked your phone, when the damage has already been done, and you start to put all these little measures into practice, they can still attack you. If they have already infected your device with malware, which we're going to go into, you can put all these little measures into practice and baby, look, the damage has already been done. Even if you do a factory reset, certain types of malware can survive factory reset. So don't come for me. Tell my Mina means you so stupid. Won't you just do a factory reset? I've done that twice on my main device. And I already know not to, click on certain links. I ignore the phishing emails and texts. Okay, okay, we're there. So if even after a factory reset, your device is wilding out, it's because certain types of malware have survived the factory reset. You feel me? So my guess is that Whatever type of malware is on my phone, gives the hacker control, where they can go in, turn it on, turn it off. They have the ability to go into my settings and change some things around. And trust me, I've been struggling with this. Okay, I've been struggling with this. I'll change my settings, and then maybe a week or two, sometimes even a day later, the settings are different. And I will, and you know what? I've taken screenshots of this, which I should show you, but then I would have to, you know what? Let's not go there. I'll do that again next time if I see it again. I've taken screenshots. It's like, yo, didn't I just fix my settings today? Or should I say yesterday? I turned this little button off right here. Why is it back on today? It's because somebody has access. And when they test your devices, when they do that pen test to find the vulnerabilities in your device's system, they can check the settings to see what's been left open or what weak points you have, and they can go in and do what they do when they do it to get on your nerves. But let's go into the malware types so you can know, based off of how your devices are behaving, what's in your device and how they're attacking you. Let's do that. All right. So we have malware. Malicious software encompasses various programs designed to damage, disrupt, or gain unauthorized access to computer systems. Threat actors use these tools to steal sensitive information, encrypt data for extortion, or hijack device resources. So to understand the cybersecurity landscape, it is helpful to categorize the most common and advanced forms of malware. You have ransomware, which encrypts your files or locks users out of their systems, demanding a ransom payment in exchange for a decryption key. That's cold. That's real cold right there. Then you got Trojans. Okay, Trojans disguises itself as legitimate or desirable software to trick users into downloading them. Okay. Worms, self-replicating programs that automatically spread across computer networks without requiring human interaction or a host program. That's D. Spyware, secretly monitors user activity, logging keystrokes, passwords, and browsing habits to steal sensitive data. Rootkits, designed to give hackers remote, unauthorized administrative control of a device while actively hiding from antivirus and operating system detection. That's deep. I was actually reading up on rootkits recently and how you can detect them through your device. Okay. By going into your device's activity control, you can detect if someone has infected your device with a rootkit. Okay. But let's keep going. Fileless malware operates entirely within a system's native memory, the RAM. Okay. Rather than installing executable files, making it difficult for traditional scanners to detect. Adware displays unwanted, often intrusive advertisements and tracks your browsing behavior to generate targeted pop-ups. Then you got botnets, which I just recently got through learning about. Okay, botnets. Okay, networks of compromised connected devices secretly controlled by an attacker to launch coordinated attacks like DDoS, which is distributed denial of service. Okay. So So based off of how my devices are behaving, I'm guessing somebody put a rootkit on my device. I'm guessing there's something with botnets too. Okay. I feel like someone has unauthorized access and control over my devices. I can sit here and play around with the settings all day long, but whatever they did to my devices, they can still control it. Okay. And that's scary. It's real scary. But anyway, I have been, like I said, going through some strange things around here. And I take it as a threat. It's a threat. It's not just a cybersecurity threat. It's a physical, it's a threat. It's a verbal threat. What somebody is saying is, yo, hey, yo, Mina means. You better be careful, mama. I know how to control all your devices, B. Don't get locked out. I will lock you out of your own stuff. And then make you pay me. That's what somebody is saying. Hey, yo, Mina means. Somebody is saying, hey, yo, Mina means you better watch your back. And you better watch your mouth. Because I got access. I got access to all your stuff. Is what somebody is saying. I can get into your little phone, mama. I can get into your little devices. I got your information. It's what somebody is saying. Somebody is saying that. That's basically what all of this is about. So for the past 2 days, you know, I wake up to a completely turned on Android that I clearly turned off the night before. And put it on airplane mode. When I turn it back on, it's still on airplane mode, but it shouldn't be on. It should just be off. When for the past week, prior to these little few days, I found my phone off in the morning. So why all of a sudden 2-3 days I'm finding it completely on? Because somebody got access to it. Now the reason why I haven't done a hard factory reset on the phone is because oh yeah, this is why I have not done a factory reset, because it says the FBI can absolutely track cell phone spyware back to the hacker, provided there are digital footprints to follow. The process involves reverse engineering the malware, tracing the hacker's communication channels, and analyzing server logs to identify the infrastructure and the operator. This is why I haven't done a factory reset. Because whatever's going on with my devices, I say, you know what? How about we just keep it there? Let's keep it there. Because if I feel like it, woo, I'll take these devices, hand them over. Be like, yo, this is what's been going on strong behind the scenes, yo. You feel me? You know what? So you feel me? I've already done a factory reset twice in the past. But this time, not this time. Not at all. Because you know what? Let's keep it there. They threatened me. You see what I'm saying? The cyber attack is already a threat. The act alone says that I'm being threatened. I'm being non-verbally threatened through cyber attacks. But what that translate into, ayo, Mina means, watch your back. Ayo, you better keep your mouth shut, Mina means. I got all your information, mama. Ayo. If your ass ain't careful, I'll shut everything down, mama. That's basically what they saying. But I'm not going to do a factory reset. I'm going to keep it there. I'm going to keep it the way it is. Now, if my ass feel like it, let's just send you a warning. Oh, hacker. Oh, hacker. I'ma keep my devices the way they are. No factory reset this time. Because if I really feel like it, hey yo, all I gotta do is hand my devices over. Oh yeah. So you better leave me alone. You better leave me alone. You better leave me alone. Cause you done managed to hack my Access HRA account. You changed the information on there. Now, about 2 days ago, just out of the clear blue thin air, I heard in my mind, that's a federal offense. And then I immediately thought of HRA benefits. Is it a federal offense? Is that what God was trying to speak to me right there? That whoever's been coming for my benefits, trying to steal my identity or something like that, to use my benefits to get my, I don't know. That's a federal offense? Let's go there. Let's check it. It says, yes, stealing Human Resources Administration HRA benefits such as SNAP or cash assistance is a federal offense. Ooh. Key factors in federal versus state prosecution. Federal program theft. Individuals involved in schemes to defraud government agencies face serious federal penalties. For instance, conspiracy to commit federal program theft can carry prison sentences up to 5 years, while convictions for receiving stolen government property can result in up to 10 years, and so on and so forth. When they stole my SNAP benefits last year, April 19th to be exact, I think it was like maybe 2-3 days later that I noticed it when I went to try to go get me some groceries. I was like, yo, what you mean? What you mean my balance is like $1 and change? Yo, I just checked it. So when I came back home, I immediately called and reported it. But during that time, it said something like, They were no longer processing what am I trying to say here? Stolen benefits replacements. They were no longer processing stolen benefits applications. Like, the cutoff date had already passed. So they were still processing applications prior to that cutoff date. Okay. So when I tried to report mine, it was like, you can report it. We'll just put it in the system, but we're not going to replace those stolen benefits because, you know, it's after that cutoff date. So I just had to live with it. It was what it was. Now, let's go back to unplugging your Wi-Fi, airplane mode, so on and so forth. Because we set it off letting you know what the best way to not get hacked is, right? But then I found something else that contradicts what we first read. Let's go there. So this question says, can you be hacked if you unplug your Wi-Fi modem and router? This one says yes. When your modem and router are completely unplugged, network-based cyber attacks, like someone remotely scanning your home IP address or sniffing your wireless traffic, are physically impossible. However, your devices can still be hacked if they are physically breached, connected to a different network, like cellular data, or if they already harbor downloaded malware. You see what I'm saying? So this confirms what I said before. If your devices are already infected with malware and you're putting into practice these methods and ways to which, you know, would otherwise keep you protected, then your devices can still be compromised. Key risks when your network is off: pre-existing malware, it's already in there, alternative internet connections. Your devices can be hacked if they automatically connect to alternative networks, such as a cellular data plan, a mobile hotspot, or an unsecured neighbor's Wi-Fi. As soon as a device goes online via one of these secondary connections, the hacker can establish a remote link to it. So what you have to do to avoid that is to go into your settings and toggle off where it says automatically connect. But if you try to do that after the fact, after somebody has infected your devices with like maybe a rootkit or some type of spyware or something like that, then that means that they already have access and control to your device, and they can go in and change the settings behind your back, even if you have changed them. So it's either you do a factory reset, keep the stuff on there and report these people, hand your device over to the FBI or whoever you gotta give it to so they can trace and track, or just get you a whole brand new device. See, I can't afford new devices right now. This is why I'm at where I'm at. Okay? It also says, this one says, can you be hacked if you're not on the internet? This says yes, you can absolutely be hacked without being on the internet. While the internet is the easiest vector for cyber attacks, attackers can bypass air-gapped devices using physical access, hardware implants, or nearby wireless signals. So there's this little button in your settings that says automatically connect to nearby devices. Toggle that off. And I promise you, I've toggled that off a number of times. Somebody knows how to still, gain control and access and toggle it back on. It's like, yo, Mina means I feel you. I get it. You know, you want to secure your stuff, but it's too late now, mama. Look, I'm already in your time and space. I'm in your devices. You can't stop me. This is what the hacker is basically saying to me. You can't stop me. It's what they're saying. Okay. What else did I look up? This one says, can you be hacked without Wi-Fi and being on airplane mode? This says yes. You can still be hacked while your phone is offline and in airplane mode, though the risk drops drastically. If your device is already infected, airplane mode simply pauses the hacker's ability to pull data out or send new commands until you reconnect. However, sophisticated attackers can still exploit remaining physical and local vulnerabilities. If your device is already infected and you put it on airplane mode, it pauses their ability to pull data. It pauses the spyware, I guess. It pauses whatever it is they're trying to do. So there is a pro and con to airplane mode. Just put it on airplane mode anyway. If you suspect that your devices have been compromised and you know there's some type of spyware on your stuff, put it on airplane mode. Now, if someone has access, if someone is able to control my stuff to where they know how to turn it on, turn it back off, once they turn it back on, it's still on airplane mode. They can't really do much. So just knowing that alone kind of puts me at ease a little bit, because I already know they done hacked all my stuff. Okay. Woo! My God, my God. But then once I take it off of airplane mode, then whatever malware is on my devices resume. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I have not done a hard reset on my stuff. Because they're threatening me and I'm warning them. If they know what's good for them, they better leave my ass alone. Before I take all these devices, hand them over. Let me tell you something. I will go to HRA and go face to face with the supervisor and say, listen, this is what I'm going through. Now, y'all know I work online. Y'all gonna have to forgive me because I've been seriously attacked, cyber attacked. All of my devices are hacked. People got my information, all of it. So at this point, dear HRA, I'm gonna have to pause from working a bit. Because I'm going to have to take all of my devices and hand them over. So that they can do their investigations using my devices. Oh, well, why don't you just do a factory reset and just continue? I've done that already, miss. And they keep coming for me. And at this point, the reason why I'm sending the hackers, plural to be exact, because I believe it's more than one. A fair warning is because you see, y'all coming for me. Y'all messing with me. Y'all playing with me. And let me add. See, I ain't gonna say too much, but I will say this much. That last week on the 16th, I made an attempt to go into my physical mailbox and my key didn't work up in this here facility. Somebody changed the lock to my mailbox. And when I asked the people in charge of that, they said, oh, check your spare key. I checked all 3 keys. None of them worked. Oh, well, you have to check with the post office. They're the ones who are in charge of changing the lock to your mailbox. I go to the post office and speak to the manager. He tells me, no, it's your facility's responsibility to change the locks to your individual mailbox. We don't handle the individual mailbox to each unit. Now, if your people over there can't give you no answers, then there's something definitely going on. And what my intuition tells me is that somebody broke into my mailbox, stole mail, to further get more information on your girl. And then managed to go and tell somebody, yo, can you change the locks on this mailbox? Now, if somebody pretended to be me in that moment, that means that when they changed the locks to my mailbox, they handed somebody else the key. Woo! See, these hackers and these people around me, because I'm being both cyber stalked and physically stalked. They think I don't know that every time I go out, they send somebody to physically follow me in a car. Okay. I know. I know, B. Hey, yo, I know. And so y'all keep coming for me as if I won't shut down your whole entire operation. All I gotta do is go to HRA and be like, yo, I'm sorry. I know y'all expect me to work, to continue to work, but let me tell you what I'm going through right now. That's going to require me a quick pause because I have to hand in my devices to start a hard, cold investigation. Oh yeah. I'm going to leave my devices just as they are. That being said, it's more to it. I'm telling you right now, it's way more to it. It's more to it. I just won't get into that. It's like the missing pieces of information that I'm withholding right now are the pieces that I'm going to save. Keep coming for me. And I promise you, I'll blow your whole spot up and your whole entire operation. That being said, y'all know how we do it. Let me just add this before I close. These hackers did so much information. They did so much research on your girl. They got my family information. They know where my family live at. Oh yeah. It's that deep. That being said, Mina means once again, alright? You heard it first. Live and direct. Mina means once again. Peace and love. Y'all be safe out there. It's Hack City out here, y'all. I'm out. One.